everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, and I'm here to do kind of a wrap-up of our envelope journal. What I did is, off camera, I went ahead and made what I think is all the ephemera except one piece that we can do here on camera, and I didn't put a tie around it or anything, but I thought I would just go through and show you the different ephemera that I made and slip it in its pocket. So the first one, right here in the front, I just made a journal card, and I made this out of, in one of my other videos, I showed you how I took like a cereal box. Let me show you. Like one of these, the end panel of a cereal box, and I took this paper off. The top layer, I just peeled it off. And that's what I was making the tags out of, because taking that layer off, it makes it a really pliable piece of cardboard. Doesn't waste our cardboard though, and by the time you get done collaging, it makes it a real nice firm piece for journaling. And so this one in particular, I just attached a piece on here for some journaling space, and then just decorated the front, and that just slips right in there. And then as you go through, I also made this was an envelope pocket that I had. I had a flower sticker on the front of here, and I removed it, and I put this butterfly on, and then I made this tag to go inside. I collaged papers, and then I just took one of the little pictures and lined it in gold. And then I made sure that she fit right here in the window. This is the one that we're going to make the tall tag, so I'm going to kind of bypass that one. And this one, I found this tag in my stash. It was a little wider, and I cut it down, and I thought that the colors matched, and it's got a bird. This is a tag that I made with Louisa Heinzel's birds, and I thought that would look pretty in here because it kind of matches. And then when you turn this, we have this tag that's collaged, and it has just another girl on the front. Journal tag I thought we could slip right in here. And then this right here, oh maybe I want to put this in there, I think. Yes, okay, I think so. So let's slip this in the belly band. It looks like we're going to need to make two pieces, one for here. Actually, I could slip this, take this one and slip it in here. Okay, we're good there, we're good here. This right here can go right in this side pocket. Again, these are all those cereal boxes or cardboard pieces, and that can fit right in there. So there's a lot of journaling space in here. Turn the page, and we do need something for here, so we'll put this here. This is a booklet that we need to sew, so I just thought for this center pocket we could put that in here. Oh, you know what we could do? We could just put coffee dyed in here. That'll work. Okay. So this is a little pad that I made, and these are birds that are in my Etsy shop. They're the old cigarette card type birds, but there's a whole set of them. And so I just picked some papers and distress the edges. So we need to sew this, so I'm going to leave that like that. Okay, and then this, we made the pocket for it to go right in here, and then we have our tag here. Oh, we're going to need something here. Bring it back. And then we have this library card slipped in here. We have our Rita Donnelly flip, and that's it. So it looks like we need to first get a coffee dyed piece of paper. Okay. because we want to slip a piece somewhere in here. This is for our tall card. Got something there. Got our pad there. We've got a tag there. We're thinking maybe here. And I think I'm just gonna fold this into thirds. Maybe something like this. And see if that will slip right in there. Perfect. Okay. And then this one we need to sew. So let's do that now. So we don't have to go through like and make a big process out of this, because this is just a one signature kind of thing. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to do gold thread, if we want to do blue. I don't have a real dark blue. I have brown, I have gray. I think I told you a long while ago that my daughter-in-law's sister took up cross-stitching, and I gave her all of my DMC flosses. I kept some of the neutrals or whatever, but all my colors and that I gave her. Oh, that's kind of pretty, huh? Or gold. Let's see, I kind of like this. Kind of like the gold too. I think I'm going to do this. Just be a little different, Tommy. Step out of your comfort zone a little. Okay, so we're going to use that. I am going to get my needle out of here though. And we want a couple paper clips. So basically what we want to do is paper clip this open and make sure that everything's in. And this is just, it's all paper. So the cover is paper, just with the collaging on it, and the insides are paper. And we want a needle that will take that floss. I think that would be perfect. Oh, and we want our awl. So I'm hoping this needle will take it. If not, I think I have a bigger needle up on my pin cushion. If I can get this flat. Yep, look at that. It takes all 6 strands. So basically, you know, when you make a journal or something and you sew signatures, you usually do 3 times the width. So we do 1, and I don't do quite 3, 2, and I do about 2.5. Just me being cost effective. Okay, so we want to make some holes. So what I'm going to do is kind of hold this closed, and I'm going to poke what I think is the middle. So I'm going to hold this over my thing and measure it, and it is 8.5. So I want about 4 1/4. So here's 4 1/4. So I want to poke a hole kind of in the middle. Like, this isn't rocket science, okay? And then we want to go one up here at the top, about, give or take, about 1.5 inches, an inch or so from the top, and keeping it closed so that we get it on the fold. And down here we want to do about the same. That's all you have to do. Then we're going to take our needle and we're going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, which means depending if you want your tie on the outside or the inside. And I think that we will do it on the outside for a change. So we're going to go from the outside in And we're going to leave a tail that I can hold or put in this paper clip here. There. Okay. Then we want to go out through the top. We want to come back through the middle without piercing our thread, which I just did. Some people just totally skip this altogether, this going up through the center, but I do it sometimes. I'm trying to get it out from that thread. Okay, there we go. Because if you pierce the thread, which I might have done again, I'm going to let this one go because I need to be able to see if I did that. If you pierce the thread, it makes it harder to tighten. It looks like we should be okay. So now I just want to go out through the bottom hole like this. Make sure it's tight. And I'm gonna, take this on the other side of there. Okay. We want to pull it tight, but not too tight. And then just go ahead and tie our knot. And if you want, you can tie a bow. Like that. And take our paper clips off. And that's it. That's what we've got. And then I normally will take my bone folder or my scissors and kind of flatten this. So when you put that thread in, it does kind of want to open that up. And there we have our little booklet of paper. And that is going to go right here in this open pocket right there. Okay, so we're good there. We just need our top tag there. And we need a tag or something here. So let me get this stuff put away. I have all this leftover paper that we can collage with, and I want to use up our scraps if I can. That's the good thing about journaling, is the whole idea is to use up your scraps or whatever. Here though, we have a full sheet of paper that would fit perfect. So we need this to be, if we make it a card, it needs to be, yeah, about 8.5. If we make it 8.5, see? 8.5 would be about there. Perfect. So we wanted 8.5 by 3 3/4 or 3.5. 8 and a, let's write it, 8.5 by 3. Make sure, Tommy. So we wanted about 8.5 by 3. If I do 3.5, we could do 3 3/4. Okay, so let's get our cutter. Let's see how wide this is. Well, this is about 3, so we're going to make it 3. That's what we're going to do. Actually, let's make that our tag. Let's use, this so we can make it the right size. This is a piece of glue page, so 3 3/4 should be right about here. Okay, and we said 8.5. So if we go to 8.5, be like this. And basically what we want to do is collage this or cover it. So we're going to want coffee dyed or something on the back. That's perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. Kind of did that haphazardly wrong. Okay. Well, good thing that wasn't sealed up. But let's seal it now, Tommy. Perfect. So now our back side is plain and it's good for writing. And I'm going to trim this right here. And then I kind of think I want to use up paper if I can. Oh, but we have a girl left that we could put on here, huh? Yes, let's use her. Since I have her out and she's cut down, let's use her. Okay, I have an idea. So let's see what side I want her. I want to use her on this side. So we're going to put this right here. And we're going to trim her up. I could use my cutter for this as well, but this will work. Okay. And then we want to round our corners, but before I do that, I want to possibly see what I have here for, like, maybe collage some pieces on here. Trying to make a straight edge when I could just use a straight edge, right? Okay. I'm thinking that we want to just collage some pieces right there. Okay, I'm just going to add a few pieces down here and kind of try to break up this area. Looks like it could just use some fancying up. So we're going to do that. We're going to fancy it up. Okay. Kind of want to go up here a little bit like that. I don't know why. Maybe we'll put this on the bottom side. Like this. We like it. Let's see what else we have. Some numbers. But do we want to put maybe a word on there, or put that number on there, or oh, we got this number. I don't know what I want. I just want something a little different. Maybe that, or I really like this color. I think I like that. And we're using up some scraps, so we like that part. Whoa. Okay, we want to add something else here, and I'm not sure what. I don't know if that would be kind of cool. We have one that's not quite as bright, or one that's kind of like that. I don't know, I kind of like that one. I think we're going to do that. Now these flowers right here, I stamped. I should probably show you that. I stamped on white cardstock, and then when I'm bored, I color them and cut them out. So they're ready to go. It's kind of a fun activity for me. Okay, let's these have a very white edge around them because they're on cardstock. So let's try to get as much of that as we can covered. Because believe it or not, when you glue stuff down, if there's a white edge, you can see it. And it's really nice when it blends in. So I think we're going to do that like that. And I don't know if I want this high or low or in the middle, or do I want this off to this side? I kind of like that, so let's put this right in the middle. And we'll put that like that, but I'm going to use my Barely Art, because this is a piece of cardstock. Oh, I like that. Okay, then we definitely, in order to slip it in and out of a pocket, we want to round our corners. And I've been doing just 1/4 of an inch. I love it. And we want to distress around the edges, but what I do, oh, here we go. I saw a piece I need to trim right here. And we want to distress everything. And we're going to do the front and the back. When I distress, ideally I'm trying to get the edges covered, any white space, but I do like the effect of having distress on, you know, out into the card. Okay. I think we are close. We just have to put this in, and then we just have to do our tag. Oh, look at that. Perfect. It's perfect in there. Then we just need to do our top tag and put our tie on it and any lace. So I think I'm gonna do the top tag. Let me see how much time we have. Yeah, I think I'll do the top tag off camera, and then I'll come back on with my idea for putting something on the spine and doing a tie. Okay, and then we'll be done. Do you love that or what? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I'm trying to figure out what to do with this spine. And the problem that I'm having is this right here, is I don't want to cover this up. But I don't see any way that I can do this without covering it up. So I was thinking of trying to just put some lace on here and then use something as just a decoration. So the first thing we need to do is we need to poke our holes for our grommet or our eyelet. Better move my coffee before I spill it. So when we measure this, sort of haphazardly, it's 9.5. So 4.5, 4 3/4 would be 9.5. So 4 3/4. So somewhere right around here. I'm going to just make a little mark. This is not exact science. Whoops. But maybe like right around here. If I can see that. Well, it's shiny. And then we'll do the same on this side. 4 3/4, somewhere right around here. So we're going to go ahead and poke our holes. And I'm going to use the larger hole. And I want to make sure that I'm not poking through anything important. So we're going to make our hole right about there. And we're going to go ahead and put a grommet in it. And I'm kind of running out of a lot of them, but I'm thinking that maybe this color would be good, like a copper would be good on there. Let me see the front. Yeah, I guess it'll be, well, let's not pick that. Let's pick, because we got gold inside, let's pick our, like gray, whatever that is, silvery gray. I don't have any of the bronze left in the larger. And then this is already set to do the larger eyelets. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and put our card back in there. Yeah, we're good. And then we want to do our front one. Just got to find my spot, and we're going to poke our hole. Okay. I better make sure I don't have a card all the way down there, so excuse me. Find our mark. Like that. Okay, so let's see if our card will fit back in there now. I think it will. Oh yeah, easy. Okay, eyelet on. And then this is the lace that I thought I would run through there. So I want to put this through. Excuse me. I don't know what that is, like something in my throat. I've had enough water. And I've got some coffee over here. Okay, so that's going to be our tie. So I want to go ahead and tie it closed. Okay, and then I was thinking, see if I wasn't sure which color I liked, because these colors are both like in between colors. And I thought originally maybe I could do like one on the front and one on the back, so it would be kind of like this. And I kind of like that. But then I thought, what if I put this on and just did the one piece, and then like put this piece over just to add some kind of bling. But I thought that might be odd because it's just down here at the bottom. Maybe if I center this. Either way, I think I like having the double lace. What I don't know is which one I like more on the front. If I do this, and I think I like the turquoise on the front. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to put a line of, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. I'm going to wait for it to go down. I'm going to put a line across and do the front, and then I'll wrap it around, and then we'll decide if we want to I have fabric too, but I just wasn't sure that I really wanted to put, I have some blue fabric that I thought I could put underneath that. Maybe like a piece here just to make it sturdy. I almost kind of like that fabric. Maybe we'll do that. We'll go ahead and put a piece on there. Let's go ahead and catch this base. The base, the spine. Okay, and then I want to bring it up to the top just a little bit. Okay, excuse me, so if we just wrap this to about there. And then we want to go ahead and cut this. Okay, so I'm thinking of putting this on the front. I might need to cut one of these out. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and get the glue down again. I'm trying to put a very thin line because this glue does soak through things, and this is just thin lace, so Okay, I'm gonna not put glue on that end just yet. And all I want to do is just cover the fabric a little and bring it around like so. And then I was thinking of adding this to this side. So and then this one I thought we would take up over that. I just want to make sure I have enough glue. This is the spine of this journal, so I want to be sure that we have enough glue on there to hold it and that it's not going to pull up. Here we go. And it feels like I put plenty of glue on there for it to hold all the way around. So the next thing I want to do is untie it. And I do want to put a little bit of glue right under here, just a little smidge. I don't want to go all the way over to the eyelet, but just a little smidge to, so that you're not pulling it up from this lace here. Excuse me, and I'll do the same on the back. Actually, I could put it right on the lace probably. I just want to catch it in a couple places so that it doesn't pull up. There we go. Don't do it with fingernails. Look at your Fabri-Tac takes the glue right off, or takes the polish right off your nails. There we go. Okay. Now we need to let that dry. And I think we're ready to do our flip through. I think I may or may not at a later time maybe print this page again and then add this over top. I'm not sure. I kind of like it just like that. I kind of like it like that. But you know what? I have an idea. I wonder if we could, well, I think we could. I want to I'm going to put a little glue on there and see if we can put a couple of these little gold leaves at the center of her peacock feathers. Like Oh, I like it. Okay, we need another one for right here. This is kind of close work. That's why I keep pulling it towards me. I'm so sorry. Maybe one right there. I'm going to cut it and we'll hold it up there and see what we think, if we want to put it on there or not, because that one seems a little smaller than the others. Oh yes, I definitely think we could. Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay, so let's do our flip through. Let me get a sip of coffee. And then we can call this a wrap. Move this out of the way. Okay, so our cover looks like this. And we've got the blue on the back. And that covers that other end of the fabric. Okay, and when you open it up, I added these, I think, when I was off camera. So I'm going to pull everything out because I can't remember now what I added, what you've already seen. So I added these, I know. And then we've got our tag in here that flips up for journaling. Okay. And then here we have a bottom pocket right here. And I made sure that this picture showed through the window of the window envelope. Okay. And oh, and our top tag. This is the long top tag that I made. It's hard to do it when you're filming. Okay. Perfect. And then these two are just the pictures, the images that I absolutely love. And then here we have book page. I added some more of these right here that I had cut out. I added some of those up here. And then I put a heart with the peacock feathers. And this is the tag that I picked out. This is Louise Heinzel's bird. Actually, I think this whole digital might be partly hers. And this is the girl that we did in the very beginning where we embossed the gold. I just love her. And then in here we have our little pad, rough cut papers. So you see there's a lot of journaling in here. Journaling cards, tags. And there's a journaling card tucked down in this belly band. And then here we have another tag. I don't know if I had put this on before or not, but then I put a peacock on there. And we have some just coffee dyed paper that I folded. This is that center pocket that we cut open and we added a little booklet, a pad, but made it like a booklet, so we sewed it. I love it. And this is our flip. And excuse me, and then we have a journaling card in here that we decorated. And this right here, I mean, somebody could decorate this or put, you know, if you put a picture or something on there, or you could just put a piece of coffee dyed paper and do some more journaling. And then this has a pocket here. But it's also got this little pocket on the front that we have a tag in. And then this is our back cover. We have a Rita Donnelly flip and an altered library card. And that's our Peacock journal, our envelope journal. I just love these. They're so fun to make, I think. Just my opinion. And quick. Can you imagine making these for gifts for somebody? I mean, they would be so pretty. So there you go. So I just wanted these are the two I made. So this is the first one, which was our sample, and this is the one we did on camera. So I love them both. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my subscribers, past, present, and future. I really appreciate you. Please hit the like button, comment. I'd appreciate it. I love interacting with everybody. And if you know anybody else that would be interested in my videos, that would like to join our community, please share the video with them. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.